1 in 4 Cambodians, around 2 million people, died between 1975 and 1979 from starvation, overwork, and execution during the brutal Khmer Rouge regime. Thousands were brought to this school in the capital, Phnom Penh, where a place of learning became a place of torture. The whole country was affected as Pol Pot and his deputies turned an entire nation into slaves.
Many people were killed because they made us work very hard, and we starved.
The court has already convicted former prison chief Doik of overseeing thousands of deaths. Now, nearly 40 years after the Killing Fields era, the first trial of 2 of the people accused of leading the regime is coming to an end. The closing arguments for brother number 2, Nuon Chea, and ex-head of state Khieu Samphan have started in the United Nations-backed special court. During 212 days of hearing, the judges have heard harrowing details of the expulsion of people from Phnom Penh in April 1975. This left the city a virtual ghost town, with residents forced at gunpoint to march to labor camps in the countryside. But the court has faced delays. Workers went on strike earlier this year after they went months without pay due to funding issues. One of the defendants died last year, and another, Ying Tirit, was ruled too ill to stand trial.
There is a demand both among the victims in Cambodia, but also in terms of the global picture of ending impunity for mass crimes, that it's necessary, even if it's a long time since crimes were committed, to go ahead and conduct trial proceedings.
For men like Yuk Chang, who survived the regime and has spent most of his life researching the atrocities, the court finally offers closure.
We should not forget the past while we're moving on. We should learn from the past. We should educate our children. Look, since the Holocaust, 60 years ago, that we invented the most famous slogan, never again. Look, 60 years later, happening here in Cambodia.
There are killing fields like this one all over Cambodia, where hundreds of people were executed each day during the Khmer Rouge regime. And although many Cambodians want to look to the future, bringing those responsible to justice will mean that survivors and families of victims can finally move on.